There is an ancient law of human nature, one that underpins every aspect of society. If you accept this law, if you apply this law, you can live a very, very happy, very, very abundant life. If you circumvent this law, life will be a struggle. So what is this law? It's how we think about production and consumption. And the law says that before you consume something, you or somebody else must produce something. Production comes before consumption. Back in the hunter-gatherer days, men would compete with each other to become more productive, to become the most productive. Every young dude, every young cave dude dreamt of being the most productive dude in the tribe. Why? Because the more they produced, the more they provided to the tribe, and in exchange, they got admiration, respect, rock star treatment, and sexual opportunities. The more they produced, the more they could consume in the form of admiration, respect, and status, and sexual opportunities. So the basic law is produce first, produce not what you want, produce what other people want, and in exchange you'll get fantastic things. Produce first, consume later. Now, back in the days of hunter-gatherers, nobody really needed to care about what other people wanted because everybody wanted the same thing. Everybody wanted food. So you didn't have to worry too much about other people's wants and needs. But in modern society, it's a little bit more complicated. But the basic rule still applies. Produce something first that other people want according to their subjective values and desires and value system, and they will give you back something that you want. Produce first what other people want, not what you think they should want, not what you want, but what they want for their own reasons, and they will give you something in return. Now, if you're starting a business, this can be a very, very complicated process because you have to essentially, by trial and error, figure out the things that other people want. And the better you can do that, the more money you'll get in exchange. But in a social situation, it's a lot easier, because you know what everybody wants socially, just like ancient cavemen knew what everybody wanted. They all wanted food. But in modern society, everybody wants the same thing socially. We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to tell our story. Tell the story about who we are, our dreams, our greatest accomplishments, and we want somebody to listen with genuine interest. That is what everybody wants. And if you apply this law socially, production first, consumption later, you can have a fantastic social life. Sadly, many people don't realize how powerful and necessary it is to produce first socially before you consume or enjoy later socially. For example, a lot of guys spam approach dozens of women, but they only think of what they want first. They don't think about what the girl wants. So they just walk up and say, hey, you're cute. Can I have your phone number? They don't even think about what the girl wants or how they can produce what they want first, so they get the phone number in exchange. Now, this could work if you happen to be super gorgeous and just by standing there saying, hey, she gets some emotional benefit, but that's not true for most men. Similarly, a lot of people have this idea of I want to consume, I want to enjoy an ideal relationship, but I don't want to produce myself first as an ideal relationship partner in the eyes of the person I'm hoping to attract. And so a lot of people are frustrated today because they're ignoring this ancient law of human nature. Produce first, consume second. But when you apply this in a social setting, it's incredibly easy to make people feel good. All you have to do is lead with their desires. Lead with your curiosity about their desires. Lead with your curiosity about what's important to them. And build up their desire map. Build up their desires conversationally. Build up their desires through your skills of conversational hypnosis and seduction. Building up other people's desires is a fantastic way to make them feel good. And this will lead to you being seen as extremely charismatic. You can either build up people's desires or simply ask them about what they want, or conversationally elicit subconsciously the things they like to talk about and expand those desires and just focus on them for a few minutes before you even ask for anything. Because you've done this before, because you can remember doing this before in some situations, it's just a matter of doing more of what you've already done to reference those memories of you being able to expand other people's desires first and then consume later. This will make you extremely charismatic. Nothing is as effective socially as leading with your curiosity about their desires. And when you expand other people's desires first, this can lead to fantastic outcomes that you might not even anticipate. Leading psychologists have found time and time again that when you expand other people's desires, suddenly something opens up and they see through a much better frame of reference, a much better personal halo effect. They will see you through their best ideas, through their best experiences, through their best dreams, and they will associate their greatest dreams with you subconsciously. This is what waits for you on the other side of the simple idea of to expand other people's desires first and then consume later. Produce first, consume later. Any recent ideas you've had about how wonderful of a social life you'd like to enjoy now can be found by expanding the desires of others. Simply sit somewhere and look around and allow yourself to become curious about what other people want, about what other people dream about what other people fantasize about. This is a very simple process. And you can either do this slowly and confidently, or you can simply become curious about what other people want. It's not only a great way to make friends, but it's a great way to find out what they dream about so they can see you through this lens of best case scenario, and they will see you through the lens of a best case scenario. It is the part about expanding their desires that makes them see you as a very charismatic person. It is the expansion of their desires which will make them see you through that desire bubble and experience you through their desire bubble. So try this out. Look at other people and lead first with the production of their good feelings inside by expanding their desires, and then enjoy later, consume later. Try this technique out. Play around with this with your friends. See how good it works. See how fantastic it works. Realize that not only will you make people see you charismatically, but as other people have found, this is the quickest way to find a fantastic romantic partner, by lead with their desires first and stand out in the crowd. Try this out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to learn more about this process, check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.